Hey guys, it's Missy Wolf, and I'm here with Dave and Whitney.
Hey.
You two, I have to just say, first off, thank you for taking the time to talk with me today, but you guys are like the cutest ever. I absolutely adore looking at all of your pictures, and your personalities just shine through in every single one. And Whitney, I got to say, you look like kind of a feisty one.
What would ever give that away? You
I absolutely, right? Okay, see, and I love that, and maybe that's why I was intrigued and drawn in, because I tend to be that way myself. But how the way that you guys met through friends, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. They invited us down to Florida, and Whitney and I met through them in Florida. Pretty much love at first sight. We didn't even get each other's phone number, and then 2 weeks later, I couldn't stand it anymore, and I texted our mutual friend and said, "Hey, can you forward this to Whitney?" And
so then she did, and she said, "This has been copy and pasted from Dave."
And we haven't been apart since.
Nope.
Wow, I love that. It's so great. And, you know, in every single photo that you see of you two, I'm just like, wow, these guys are just amazing. And the way that you look at each other and the fun that you guys seem to have together, it just is so infectious. And I had to talk to you guys about that first, because there's not enough of that in the world. And you guys just give off such love and great energy. And I wanted to give you credit for that, because it's lacking in this world.
Wow, thank you so much. That's one of our goals, is how many hearts can we touch with either love or happiness or something.
Count it. We want to infect everybody.
We do. We want to infect everybody with happiness and love. And
our friends have been watching The Walking Dead, and we want like the opposite of that, but we're the same idea.
Right. Oh, that's funny. You know what? I've never gotten into The Walking Dead. I've never seen an episode. I don't know. I haven't done it, and everybody talks to me about it, and I'm like, I'm sorry, not my gig. But
not our gig either. Our friends that it was on, so and it kind of got sucked in. We met Norman Reedus at the Red Carpet last year, and even it's taken us this long to even put on an episode, and it wasn't even our decision to do it. Our friends were watching it.
I mean, people love that stuff. We heard so many people talk about it, and so we were like, oh my gosh, and then I started watching, like, this makes my stomach hurt. What if we had a movie that was the opposite?
Yeah. I just can't get into it myself. But I'm one of the ones who's never seen Star Wars. So I know.
We have so much in common already.
We're Star Wars fans. We haven't seen it ourselves. So.
Okay, see, and I was watching all the hoopla, and I'm like, what? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Every store I went into, Star Wars, everything, and I just didn't get it. But anyways, back on track. I'm so sorry. I just love talking to people that are great, and you guys are so much fun. Now, Whitney, there's something that I'm really stunned by, actually. So you were a cross-country track star, and then, you were involved in sports, but wrestling stuck out with me. You were a wrestler?
Yeah, I did like the 103-pounder and just went out there and got the point.
I'm just like, wow, what inspired you to become a wrestler?
They were like, you're small and you're under 100 pounds. Can we use you for the 103 weight class?
Okay.
I'm like, as long as I can train for track, I'm in.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good then. So it wasn't like,
So then my family and the coaches, they all kind of teamed up together. And plus, one of the coaching of the wrestling team just happened to be friends of the family. So he's like, "Come on, ER Dave." So we did it.
Well, that's awesome. When I read that, I thought, okay, she has a lot going on in her personality that I had to know about that.
I had to know about that.
Well,
my mom was trying to do whatever it took to keep me busy.
Oh, see, there you go. Well, good job, Mom. Now, you also had a sister that had inspired you earlier on, where you wanted to be, you were studying respiratory therapy and you wanted to pursue, medical career. What was it like for you when when you were watching your sister go through things that she had to go through, I mean, what was that for you?
Well, you're gonna make me cry already.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. It's true life. It's happy tears. Just to watch her develop to who she is today. Matter of fact, next week she's actually 22. Yeah, it'll be her 22nd birthday, and she wasn't supposed to live past 3 to 5 years of age. And
wow.
We're super excited that she's come to where she is, and doctors didn't have the answers, but God did. So we're blessed with that.
Oh, that's
yeah. So it was all about helping. When I was growing up, my mom would always say, "You're such a good big sister," and I'm like, I don't really know, like, what are people supposed to treat their siblings like? Whether they're special needs or not, you're supposed to be good to your siblings.
Right.
There's some people that don't even have siblings.
Yeah.
So be appreciative for what you do have, and I learned all that just through growing with Caitlin, that, I could have been selfish and thought, wow, she takes so much attention. What about me? But I still got a lot of love. I still got a lot of love for my family. My mom did a great job of distributing that love in between both of us. And when she needed my help, That's what she did. You helped take care of her.
Absolutely. And, I'm sure, your mom probably had to deal with the same feelings that I deal with my own, because I have a special needs son and I have 2 daughters. And there are times where you struggle and you're like, I hate asking my kids to sacrifice anything because their brother is in the hospital or anything, but they do it and they love him. But as a mom, I'm always fearful that they're going to be resentful. So I'm sure your mom has had her share of battles with that as well. But
she did at times, and but at the same time, she was glad. She was glad that everything worked out the way that it did. So it's so awesome to hear about your son as well.
Yeah, no, my son is, he's my little miracle. But, there have been some major challenges. We've come through most of our long, hurdles and all of that. But the last 2 years, we didn't know what was going on, last 3 actually. And I just, when you fight with doctors and there's something wrong and they won't listen to you, and then finally they listen and, they do something, and you realize if they hadn't done it when they did, it could have been really, really horrible. So, but everything is going well. Thank you. So I understood when I read that part of your bio. I was like, wow, I really wanted to talk to you about that, and then it's such a switch from the medical career to music. And so,
in a way, yeah, in a way not, but in a way, yes. So I'm glad we already had that, that it was like relatable. There was a connection between, your son and my sister, with Dave and I. But Dave and I believe in the way that the medical industry works. The music works the same way, and sometimes it heals people even better.
Right.
And so that's the best part. My sister, she loves music, and I'm sure your son is the same. Most of them.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, most of them are all big music fans, and it's just that's like their safe zone. My sister, she'll dance all night long, and if you try to take her off the dance floor, it's not going to be a good night. Speaking of feisty.
Wow, yeah. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I know my son is definitely a dancer and a singer as well. So is my oldest daughter. My oldest daughter loves to sing. But I think music is definitely an amazing thing, and I think it's so important to keep it in schools. What do you guys feel about that? There's been a lot of...
We've had this discussion so many times. I mean, we got to enjoy music in school, and to hear that they're taking it out.
Yes.
We've actually talked about either teaming up with somebody or creating our own organization to get guitars or instruments to kids and get them lessons.
That's a work in progress.
Definitely a work in progress. I used to give guitar lessons, and it was such a wonderful experience to see them grow in their music, and so much joy that comes out of that.
There is, and sometimes that's people's safe place. That's what people don't understand in this, maybe in the world or in the U.S. here, that when you take away something that's somebody's safe place, you get more riot. You get better.
Right.
You don't get better. You don't get better at whatever you're trying to create by taking something that's somebody's safe zone away from them. That makes sense. You're creating more of a mess. You're not making somebody more knowledgeable if you don't let them be free a little bit. There's got to be some type of freedom. And when we went to a show last year, the year before, we went back to our hometown and actually sang for the elementary kids.
Which they don't have music in their school anymore.
They're trying to take it out. And so we went into the music room with the music teacher who happened to be my second grade teacher.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, so they were so excited. Once Dave and I started doing this, they contacted us and said, would you care to come back and actually do a show for every grade? And we were like, sure, we'll go through some things. And so we just turned into kids and asked them, what do you do? What's some of your favorite songs? What's some of your favorite things, to do in life? And they had the principal in there and different things. And at first they said, try to keep the songs really clean, like no cuss words.
Right.
And then we would give the kids request time, and those songs that some of those kids wanted, that they loved.
Oh, yeah.
They're innocent children. They don't know what hell means.
Right.
Like, watch out, we're going to hell. Better back up, boy. Like, they don't know what that means in a sense to an extent. And then the principal, he finally came over, and it was so amazing. And it was Mrs. Watson, who happened to be my fifth grade teacher, which was then at the time the principal. And he said, you know what? He said, they obviously already know these songs. Play it for them. If they want these lyrics, play it for them. And I thought, how amazing of him to take that notion and say, wow, it's life. It's real life. And these kids, they get something out of that.
Right.
I think we changed the words to Boys Around Here, that Blake Shelton song.
Mm-hmm.
I think we said drinking that ice cold milk.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
It used to be our favorite time of the day, milk break.
Right,
yeah.
Stuff like that to make it fun. And then finally he just came over and he said, they obviously already know the words, so I think we should just play the songs they want because they're having a good time. So that was so great to hear, and I think it was so refreshing for the school to see that.
Right.
And to see their kids having a good time and people not misbehaving and actually enjoying stuff.
Yeah, that's great.
You have more enjoyment in schools or anything that you do in life, the less fun you have. If people are having more fun and you're trying to create more of a positive environment,
exactly.
You're taking more stuff away from that to try to prevent that, I feel like you get more good.
Exactly.
If there's one thing that we're all about, it's about love and joy, and we want to spread that around to everybody.
Yes, music is full of joy, and that's one of our main missions.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And I mean, I'm a girl I was in band from fourth grade on up, and I was in marching band, and I've done all of that. So, I've marched a million miles, and it was so much fun, and I love music, and I think, that it's so important to keep it in school. And, there's all the scientific proof that when you're, playing music and you're doing, you're involved in music classes, that it's the only time your brain is fully connecting. And, and it's just, to take that away, I just think it's really criminal.
Wow, you said it right there. I mean, I've done a lot of research about music therapy and different things, and Alzheimer's runs in my family. And like you said, it actually connects your left and your right brain when you're learning and playing music. I don't know why in the world they would take that away when that is the most, it's the best fuel for your brain. Like,
right.
Doing history and English and stuff, that's good. And
but don't try to make it dumb.
Right.
It's like you're trying to dumb us down.
Yeah.
Don't you want people to be more brighter? Smarter, more knowledgeable? Well, then the more you take away the other stuff, the fun stuff like music or games or something that gets people active and up.
Right.
Out of the seats and not constantly writing, a paragraph or sentences or whatever. It may be. But, the worse it's going to get, the more, I feel like the more they're trying to take away that knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, your memory, it performs better. I don't know why they would want to take music away, because I always related everything in music.
Right.
I could remember my English class and math class stuff better because I did music. I mean,
because you turned it into a song.
I turned it into a song.
Yeah. Right.
It's Alzheimer's patients. When they don't remember their grandkids' names, they can still sing "Amazing Grace," which
exactly. It's incredible. Yeah, it's, and I've seen so many stories about that where you'll have an Alzheimer's patient who does not remember their family, doesn't remember anything, but they will get at a piano, they will sit down and play the most beautiful songs that they used to play. And I'm like, wow, where is that coming from? It's music is definitely, I think, one of the greatest things on earth, and I absolutely love it. And then, you know, there's, alongside of all of the arts and everything with the kids, something you've done, Dave, which just blows my mind. You learned how to play the guitar at a young age, and your dad taught you. But at 15, you started teaching, and I read that you had up to 30 students per week on your schedule. That I'm like, is that a misprint? What is that? Were you really 15 teaching guitar lessons?
I mean, I agree with you. I don't even know, like, where it came from either. I was taking lessons, and then I walked downstairs one day after a lesson, and the owner of the shop, he said, I mean, he always talked to me. He's like my second dad. He just recently passed away. This could make me cry, but it was so awesome. He believed in me so much. I think everybody needs that. And
wow.
I don't know why, but I don't know. My music teacher must have told him how I was doing or something. And he asked me, he said, hey, are you ready to give lessons yet? I said, give lessons? What are you talking about? I'm taking lessons. And he said, well, you know, whenever you're ready to give lessons, you just let me know. I said, well, all right, but I don't know. And I went home that day, and I was just thinking about it. I'm like, gee whiz, this guy, you know, he really believes in me. Right. So I waited a couple weeks, and I went back, and I said, you know, I think I can do it. I think I'm ready to give lessons. So, you know, I started with my schedule. I started with a couple students, and I was working just on Saturdays. And, you know, before long, I was having to, you know, these people were bringing in, they wanted to learn certain songs and certain things. And I had to really, you know, ramp up my game. You know, I was learning songs on the spot and then teaching them, you know, what I knew, what I could. It's a gift. That's the only way I can describe it, I guess.
Well, it's definitely a blessing for sure.
Definitely a blessing. So that
when you have somebody believe in you, it makes you, you know, amp up your game in life.
Absolutely. You know, I used to be told all the time that I could never be a writer. I would never be able to write anything. I would never be able to do anything. And I'm like, really? No, this is what I want to do. So I'm writing my articles and I'm doing my interviews because it's a dream that I've had since I was younger. And now people are like, wow, you really are. You're doing it. And it's, you know, when you have encouragement, it's just everything. It means so much when you're encouraged.
Yeah, I hear stories like that. And people saying you can't do this, you can't do that. And then you have the motivation of I'm going to prove them wrong. You know, because I can't do this. I believe in myself. But
better yet, God believes in you.
And God always believes in you. Absolutely.
A husband and wife duo will not make it in the music industry. I said, well, that's okay. You're allowed to have an opinion. But you're not God.
Exactly.
We have a plan.
Exactly. And speaking of your music career, okay, the release of your song Alibi, that song wowed me. I can't even tell you. It was about this beautiful friendship and abuse, and there was negative, but there was positive, so much positive in that song, and it was so beautiful to me. And I want to know if
Which is why we connected to it, because there is negative surrounding you in life, but we're trying to put out the message that you can find the positive. And hey, you did what you had to do, honey, but you were right here.
Right. you guys delivered that so well, and it was breathtakingly beautiful to me, that song. I absolutely loved it. And then, then Another Now is a song where I think so many can relate to it. Or, they have a friend that they wanted to be in love with, but they were afraid to ruin a friendship. And, you hear about that all the time, and then they don't do anything, and then the time passes them by and the opportunity is gone, and it's like, So
we felt a connection with both of those songs. Like Another Now, immediately, the 2 weeks went by, and like the song, we're not going to get another now.
We had to stop worrying about what everybody else thought in the world.
Right.
We had to think about what we thought and what God's plan was for us. And Dave proposed in 4 months for a reason, because it was God's will. And the more you stay on God's path, the more you'll develop to be who He created you to be.
Right.
And that's how it all came about. I mean, I feel like I think it was all God. I give all credit to Him.
Oh, definitely. That, and I love hearing that, and I love talking to you guys about that, because, obviously I interview a ton of people that don't share those same views. And for me to be able to connect with somebody, and I knew I liked you guys right away. I'm like, just looking at your pictures, and I'm like, these are my people. But I love being able to connect with people on a personal level. And for that, I credit everything that I have to God. And going through the things that I went through with my son, and that, we're still facing some challenges with him. We're not done yet. We're going through quite a few things, still, but I have to credit everything to God, because, without Him, I can't get through my day, that and coffee. And
That's like Dave needs his coffee, don't you?
Yeah, I've taken a break for a little bit. I actually have a coffee cup in the truck, and I always, if you get really good coffee, you can warm it up, and it still tastes pretty good.
Right.
Honestly, I'm not a Folgers drinker.
No,
sorry.
I'm not either. I'm a Don Francisco's girl. I love their coffee. I don't know. I love it. But it was really hard to find it in Nashville, though, when I moved from California to Nashville. It was extremely hard to find that. So
that is cool. We took when Whitney and I got together a couple months after I proposed, we went on our first road trip. It was 40 days, and we saw 32 states. And California was one of our favorites.
Oh yeah, It's where I'm at currently. I came out here on vacation, and that's when all my son's stuff, started happening, and we kind of got stuck out here. I'm waiting to move back to Nashville. California is definitely a beautiful state. No disrespect there. It is just extremely expensive, and there's just the people that I have found here for me are not as morally, where I want my kids to grow up to be. Let's just put it that way. I definitely,
Yeah, that makes sense. Being in the Bible Belt is a different place than California.
Yeah, and I really want my kids to have that connection and develop their, relationships with God. And I just, out here, like I said, it's beautiful and I love it. No disrespect. I just don't feel it's the right place for me to be raising my 3 kids. So
it's not right for you and your family.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you guys so much. This was just like a fun conversation with friends. I absolutely adore you too. What do you guys have coming up in 2016?
Wow. Well, we'll give you our the newest biggest secret from Dave and Whitney, and since you love the Alibi so much, the new music video is coming out this month and next month.
Oh, nice. That's great. So we're going to be able to promote that for you. So as soon as you release it, I need to know so that we can definitely promote that for you on our site, because you guys are so incredible. And you have all your social media outlets that people can follow you at, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
We got Facebook, it's Dave and Whitney, or you can do Twitter and Instagram, which is D&W Music, all letters. And if it's easier, just go to our website. It's kind of like the hub.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. So you have all your links there, and so we'll get everything all attached to the article as well when we release it, and that way everybody can connect to you really quickly, and they need to. And your Alibi is available on iTunes, and now it's an EP, right?
That's right. There's 6 songs on there, and we wrote half the songs, and we're just proud to share it with everybody. Hope they enjoy it as much as sing the songs.
Oh, well, everybody at Center Stage is just, we all love it. We all love it. And I was listening to it all day yesterday and had my girls listening to it as well. So I'm always making them sit with me like, watch this video, check these people out, aren't they great? And my youngest daughter and I, we were getting such a kick out of your photos on your website. So just thank you so much for being such awesome people and so motivational and so positive and such a good role model for others to follow. I definitely wish you guys all the best. I know that you guys sticking with it and doing what you're doing, it's not going to be hard. And, I know that you guys are going to be touching a ton of lives. You touched mine, and I want to thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me. I really enjoyed speaking with you guys today.
Well, thank you for taking the time for us, too.
We appreciate it.
We do, and we had a great time talking with you. It was great to connect.
Yeah,
awesome. Well, I will let you guys know when we get this posted, and, and just keep up the good work and let us know if you have anything new coming up that you want us to share, and we will do that for you, and have an amazing rest of your day.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
We love it. We're glad that you had a connection and that we're making a difference in God's world. We love that.
Absolutely. I adore you guys, and I can't wait. I personally cannot wait to see everything you have coming up, and I know it's going to be great. And you guys just made me happy. You made my day. So thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day. And we will talk to you soon.
Okay, just tell your kids for it.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.